Good morning, guys. Here's your daily dose of hope. It is 8:22 a.m. on Friday. I think the 73rd day I'm doing this. And last night, I found myself starting to go online, which is just good awareness of like the habit isn't completely installed yet, because this is always the dangerous part for me. When I'm absolutely passing out, then it's like, oh yeah, I need to go to bed. But I need to do this every night, unless I'm doing something specific. But, basically they're just habits. And I have gotten the habit of, artificially staying awake for no really good reason. And now I'm building the habit of not doing that. But the fact is that by, I think, 9 p.m., I was like, what are you doing? And I plugged in my phone and read, and I realized I was having trouble reading, and I thought, that's a sign you need to go to sleep. So I did that. So that was really good. I caught myself and did the new habit instead. It stormed last night, and yes, my first thought was, oh, and I started catastrophizing, and I thought, hey, in this moment, you're okay. So stop. And I did the countdown technique, and I must have fallen back asleep. And then I woke up again, I think around 6:30. I said, use a tool. And I did, I think 4 meditations and some tapping, because I was just trying to kind of like if you had this kid and they were being fed all these lies all the time, and you finally got them, like, hey, come talk to me for an hour, and you just want to fill them with good. You want to do what you can. That's how it feels. And also, I found myself, and this wasn't from any particular thing, it was just my own thing, but I found myself picturing my brain like a garden. And even though I'm not a gardener, and I pictured anytime a thought came in, or specifically like people from my past, because that's what's happening, is this is all good. This is all means progress, but it's also, can be scary and painful. I pictured myself cutting the energetic cord with them, and then digging up the root and tossing it, cutting it, digging, cutting, digging. And so that was interesting. I was like, okay, we'll go with that. And it felt really empowering, because I was like, I'm not going to get up out of bed unnecessarily early because these thoughts are pushing me around, right? I'm going to fight them. And I did, and then I was able to see, I was able to show my body, we were laying here minding our own business, these thoughts came in, I took care of them, the bigger I took care of them, and we're still laying here, I'm still standing, or laying down, So that was powerful. Oh, it gives me chills. I'm really proud of myself for that. And then, I did breath work as well. So before I got to bed, I did 4 meditations, breath work, and tapping. And again, it wasn't like I needed to do that in order to get out of bed. It was like, hey, this is an opportunity. These thoughts are coming regardless. These unhelpful, traumatic thoughts are coming regardless. So, hey, let's go. Almost like a bully, It's like, you're not going to win anymore. So, did all that. And then got out of bed. And was with my daughter, and I was able to handle something really calmly. I always handle it calmly externally, but I mean even internally. And so that was great. And I actually I decided to spend 5 minutes taking stuff out of the dryer to kind of get my body and my brain warmed up. And then I washed my face, which helps regulate, because I wash it with cold water, And I just kept telling myself the goal isn't to eliminate the anxious feelings. The goal is just to do what I can, so I'm not just getting beat up by them all the time, because it's not fair to me. And went slow down the stairs, like all of that, because I'm still getting my energy back. And, but yeah, I was able to be there for her in the morning. And then when she left, I said, do the puzzle. And at first, I was feeling these things, and I thought, I hear you, but we're going to do the puzzle now for 5 minutes, and I felt the brain like a puppy that's pulling and pulling, and you're like, no. And I felt it surrender. That's what I did. Whoa. That's what I did. I felt the brain, that part, surrender and be like, maybe she knows what she's talking about. That was huge. And if you'd seen it from the outside, you'd have been like, wow, she's just doing a puzzle. But like internally, it was like battle. So that being said, I've now done like all of that, and I'm drinking my water. And that's kind of where I'm at, because, but that's like, I feel like 3 or 4 battles won just this morning. And it's really, it's really ultimately really exciting to see how empowering that can be. Because I really am trying to optimize my life to maximize my joy. And it felt really good to say, oh, when I was even doing the puzzle, I started tapping a little bit. And yes, part of me was like, you can't even do the, and I said, stop. This is where I'm at right now. I have this goal of focusing on this puzzle for 5 minutes. I'm going to do what it takes to complete that goal, because I know overall that's going to help me. And it was just like a delicious moment when I felt like it tug, and then it was like, I guess this is what we're doing, So I hope that's helpful. So I'll make a new video with what I'm doing today, like what else I'm doing today. But yeah, I feel like I won I won that hour, and yeah, so love you guys.